Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh, everyone. Please let us know if you can hear us in the chat below.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session.
So let's see when people start be joining. We have just provided the link for everyone.
Yeah, and we should apologize for being late. There were some technical issues that we had to resolve. But luckily, we're having a beautiful time. Hopefully, this day. You will love this day even more after you finish the session because we're here to help you learn how to use books and become better at speaking just by reading. So I'll be discussing this hot topic today with Imad. He's an expert in teaching English, and he will join me, to give you strategies and ideas on the steps you need to follow.
Awesome. So glad to be here, as usual. So I think we have just started to have the people join us right here. Okay.
Yeah, we need to wait a little bit. Be sharing the link as well to the community.
Okay, we're just gonna be waiting for teeny tiny minutes, and then we will get the show rolling.
Yeah, sure. Okay, just to give a glimpse, a small glimpse of what's gonna happen today. So our topic is to discuss how can reading books help you speak fast. Actually, I get so many questions related to speaking, and the main question is how to improve speaking. And we'll first talk about the connection between reading and speaking. Okay. Please send us in the chat if you have some questions regarding our topic, maybe things you want us to cover, talk about today. Hello, we have
Wa alaikum salam. Hey everyone, hey everyone.
Khaled. People are joining. Fantastic. Raja, welcome. Raja is one of the lead, the active members who finished level 8 recently. Hello, Raja.
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
One of our success stories. And she's still like very loyal. She's attending sessions. Yeah, so welcome all. They need some Arabic. We'll try. رح نتكلم عربي طبعا. رح نحاول نوضح كل الأشياء English and Arabic. By the way, I'm trying to use simple English, Imad, as well. Simplify things as much as possible so you can get the gist of what we're saying.
I'm just reading the comments right now. And okay. تمام خلاص.
Yeah, they're asking for Arabic. And welcome, Raja. You're absolutely welcome. Everyone is welcome to join sessions. and discuss issues.
ايوه
They
طبعا
under
حيكون عندنا ميكس between Arabic
I
والانجليزي.
think we
نحكي
can like
عربيزي.
have English and Arabic mixed, as we said. Try to simplify our English as well. Thank you, Rabah, for your compliment. Ahmad, are you there? Because you've got a compliment from Rabah. Maybe Ahmad is not with us, maybe. Okay, so let's wait. Maybe Ahmad joins back. All right, he's
I'm
here
here.
now.
Oh.
Fantastic.
ما صدقت خلصت من دي. I'm here. Okay. All right. You sound like an Englishman. Whoa. Thank you. I'm an Englishman. Okay.
You're half Canadian, so
I am. So that's something. Okay.
let's kick off.
Let's kick off indeed. طيب احنا زي ما كنا بنقول ان نحن عندنا فكره متعارف عليها ان reading books هو عباره عن طريقه فقط تخلينا نفهم الناس بسبب ان احنا نوصلها مع مهاره الرايتنج والlistening. طيب احنا اليوم جايين ب a new idea which is how we can use the actual reading skill to improve our speaking skill. طيب and this is what we would like to tell you right now about this kind of points. طيب now how can we connect them? This is the greatest question right now, which is connecting the idea of reading and speaking. So Fatima, what have you got for me?
Yeah, I could think of one simple thing, which is loud reading, pronunciation. But I would like to check what guys have to tell us today. So what do you think, guys, could be the connection between reading and speaking?
All right, everyone. We are here to
You can
hear
share your suggestions in the chat box. I mentioned pronunciation as one of the common grounds. So what do you think? Hello, Alia. Khalid, we have different Khalids, or yeah, different people with the same name. Through shadowing. Wow, this is really brilliant. Good. Yeah, shadowing is a core skill in speaking. All right, so I guess we've got at least one answer. So the second common point between speaking and reading is vocabulary. But today we're gonna practice pronunciation more than vocabulary. So we'll focus on loud reading, pronunciation, and techniques we would use to like improve speaking. So let's get into details. Let's dive into the techniques. Imad, if you don't mind, what do you think are the techniques that we use to improve our speech? Okay, I think Ahmad is not able to answer, so I will just highlight the techniques that we need. The first technique, as we mentioned, or as someone here has mentioned, is shadowing, which means you listen to the original sound and repeat what you hear on the spot at the same time. And you pronounce loudly, you say it loudly. So as you're listening, you're pronouncing at the same time. This is what we call shadowing. As I mentioned, loud voice. Okay, Ahmad, your voice is cutting out. Anyway, I will continue. Okay, we only could hear. This plays a huge part. Anyway, you can do something else, which is recording and listening to your voice. This is so important because when you listen to your voice, you can compare it with the original sound. So as long as you're reading and listening at the same time, or if you choose the second way, which is recording and listening later on, both techniques are very crucial, very important to improve in speaking. Guys could. All right, so the most important part in speaking or pronunciation is the connected speech, which I will show to you today. I'll be showing you one example on the screen. So how can we practice this technique? There will be an example right now. I disagree, Rabah, that the old way of reading with listening build a strong vocabulary list. Yeah, that's true. But without listening, I always advise people to listen, because part of learning vocabulary is pronunciation. You need to pronounce accurately, and you should pronounce before you understand the meaning or use the word. So I'm confused. I'm not sure really what to say. Okay, so if you're able to pronounce well, as we said, with connected speech, you will become more fluent. And you can see the example on the screen. We're gonna play two roles today. I will be the American accent. Imad will be the British, because I know people here have different mindsets regarding which accent to use. So I'll be reading this example, showing you the way you use connected speech. And here we go. So I am away on holiday all the time. This way of reading is good, but if you read with a connected speech, you will find yourself that you're improving your fluency. You will be better and more fluent. So the second way would be, I am away on a holiday all the time. Okay, so I'll read faster. I am away on a holiday all the time. So the way you read is affecting your fluency. You can read slowly the first time, but as long as you're improving and upgrading the levels, try to use the connected speech. So what technique do we use in connected speech? It's simply adding letter Y. So I am, not I am. It makes a big difference. Okay, so I'll leave the mic for Ahmad, and he will be talking about the British accent as well.
All right. So I'm back. Now,
Welcome.
thank you. Well, accents can have differences in crucial points. I think you have already heard people saying the same word which is the most common example that we usually use. So people in America would be saying the word car, like I'm saying it right now, which is car, with a rolling R. However, people coming from Britain, all parts of Britain, let's say most of them, would be pronouncing the R as ah. So it's going to be like this, car. So now in front of you guys, you have a sentence that would be read like this. We are offering free access to all services. Now, if we were to be connecting the speech for this sentence, we would be going like this. We are offering free access to all services. We are offering free access to all services. Now, this, my friends, would be the distinguished difference between the American accent and the British accent. طبعا ما ننسى أن في اختلافات كثيرة خاصة بتوصيل الكلام وكذا، ولكن we are talking about الأشهر. Yes? So, now في شيء لازم دائما نخليه في بالنا which we underestimate sometimes اللي هو vocabulary part. طيب في ناس كثيرة تقول طيب أنا عندي كم هائل من الكلمات، طب أنا أستعملها كيف؟ Let's say, for example, you are reading a story. In this story, you had a sentence. This sentence goes like this. He was walking in the street and suddenly he saw. he was walking in the street and suddenly he saw. طيب معناها هو كان ماشي في الشارع، فجأة هو شاف and there is a small gap. في هنا فراغ. طيب أنا how can I make sentences from this chunk؟ حيكون عندي طبعا النوت بوك حقي او طبعا التطبيق ممكن تكون حاطط عليه already الفوكابلري حقته. So خلينا ناخذ for example a child, a car, a monkey, an elephant. ما نعرف أي شيء. So here I said for example monkey, elephant, child. أنت عندك الحين 4 sentences. ممكن نكملها. He was walking in the street. Suddenly he saw a child, a car, an elephant. وهنا فكرة الفوكابلري بتحسين فكرة السبيكينج حقك. الناس عندها مشكلة في عمل الجمل. طبعا حيكون عندنا كلام أكثر على هذه المعضلة خلينا نقول في المستقبل، ولكن حبينا نعملها هايلايتنج بطريقة simple الحين to keep this in our mind. So now after we spoke about this point, I think Fatima, now let me try to see something. Now, what could be the connection, or what would be like, for example, let's say the common points between the reading skill and the speaking skill?
Well, as I mentioned before, the main common ground consists of pronunciation and vocabulary. And using these techniques, and connected speech is only one of the techniques, because we'll have a series of events on YouTube. We're gonna show more techniques in the future. But for today, we're only telling you about one hack, one trick on how you can read faster, and hence you can speak more fluently. So this one technique only determines how fluent you will become. So try to practice this while you use the app, while you're reading, and tell us later whether it's improving your fluency or not, whether it's helping you to speak faster or not. Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. Now, احنا already we talked about pronunciation and pieces, وكيف ممكن يكون عندنا تقنيات وصل الكلام. طيب, let's have some life examples. I think we already have something from our experience that we had on the application, and we have here a quotation. So right here, beautiful. Okay. So before we move to anything else, my friends, let's try to see. Now, what would be the most challenging parts for you as a person who's trying, let's say, to connect his speech or come up with the best version of pronunciation possible? I would like to hear this or actually see it in the comments. So خلونا نشارك تحدياتنا الحين اللي بتكون عندنا لما نحاول نخرج النطق السليم in English language. And me and Fatima will follow up with you guys, maybe try to answer this before we move on in our next segment. Let's go.
If you ask me, like what people usually tell me about, it could be like words with many syllables. This could be very confusing for people, right? Especially at the beginner level.
That's true.
They find it really problematic to break down the word. We can have a complete session on how to break down words into syllables and read them. Another problem I heard people talking about is actually the vowel letters. It makes them so frustrated. They get confused about how to change the sound, how to mix the sounds.
صحيح.
If I missed any problem, if I missed any problem, just write it down and let us know.
هو الصراحة لاحظت جلساتنا في الكير فعلا كان أغلب البيجنرز عندهم مشاكل في الكلمات اللي بيكون فيها أكثر من جزء صوتي، زي كلمة communication أو كلمة conversation. ولكن طبعا احنا بنتكلم على كيف ممكن نعمل تقسيم بسيط الكلمة بعدين نعملها full pronunciation. طبعا يعني الحمد لله شفنا عدة نتائج جميلة and people started to get this idea.
Yeah, once you use the right technique, you're on the right track. It just needs a little bit of guidance. بيحتاجوا مساعدتنا، فبالكير سيشنز عم نقدم المساعدة للأشخاص. We're trying to help as much as possible. So let me ask you a question, Ahmad. What about this text you're showing now? What is how can we use this text? By the way, this text is one part of the story, one of the Historia books. So what could be the technique used in this part so we can read faster and speak more fluently?
Okay. Well, in this one, we have, let's say, techniques that include connecting vowel sounds or reducing some sounds. So let's try now to pronounce these words. Okay, I'm just okay. All right. Now I'm gonna be reading it now for you guys, so you can see how it is without any connection or any reduction or whatever. Okay. 3 days now, and he is worse. She thinks. Mr. Hudson likes Holmes very much, but is also a little afraid of him. So this is the general reading of every vocab that you could see in front of you guys now, without any connection, without any reduction, without anything. However, how can we do this better? How can we actually sound more natural and less robotic? All right. So it's going to be like this. 3 days now, and he is worse. she thinks. Mr. Hudson likes Holmes very much, but is also a little afraid of him. So there is a huge, huge difference between the first one and the second one. Don't you think, Fatima?
Yeah, the only connected speech was in he is, right? But for the other words, you have used the reduction, which also will be discussed in the future in our upcoming streaming or live sessions. There will be some discussions regarding the reduction. So today we'll focus only on the connected speech, and it was only one instance, right? So, yeah,
And also,
he
if
is.
you notice, by the end of the last line, there is of him. Now, we usually pronounce it like this, of him, of him.
Of him, right. This is what we
Exactly.
call reduction, and will be further discussed later on. So
Definitely.
let's discuss
That's why
it
we
in
haven't
chunks.
highlighted it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So I'll be reading this part in the American accent. Thanks for Ahmad. He did his job by reading using the British accent. So this is how it goes in the American accent. 3 days now. I try to use first the the normal reading. So 3 days now, and he is worse, she thinks. Oh, Ahmad, can you please go back? Mrs. Hudson likes Holmes very much, but is also a little afraid of him. Now, if I read this using the connected speech and some reduction, it goes like this. 3 days now, and he is worse, she thinks. Mrs. Hudson likes Holmes very much, but is also a little afraid of him. So I try to show you the difference between both reading.
Thank you so much. Wait, did I say Mr. Hudson or Mrs. Hudson? If I said Mr. Hudson, guys, I'm just hungry. It's fine.
It's fine. We're hungry. That's why.
All right. All right. Okay.
Oh, there's a question. The letter L in Holmes. Oh, yeah, this is a silent letter. It's only a name, but this is how people usually pronounce it. Holmes.
It might sound like Holmes, as if in a house.
Yeah, as in a house. Right. Now let's try to make a guessing game, and you guys will let us know which part has connected speech. So take your time and try to find out.
Yes. And by the way, let's highlight that we only need one example. Yes? So it's not like many. There's just one word we are targeting right here that has the connected speech part. So we'll give you 1 minute. Let's make them 30 seconds. And let's see if you can guess it very quickly. And may the faster win. Let's go.
Is it clear for you guys? If you still have a question about what we're doing right now, please send us. So the question is, Imad, just I need to send it to the audience. Can you please repeat your question?
So find one part that has connected speech. It is only between two words. So find one connected speech part.
Okay, so you can
زي ما
write
كنا
down.
نتكلم فوق he is في عندنا شيء مشابه الحين في البارت هنا فنحاول نلاقي هذا connection and try to put it in the comments. Let's go.
The question is there, so just type down your answer. Let us know what you think. There's still no answers. Could you see anyone writing an answer or not? Oh, okay. We have nice answers out there. Okay. Yeah, that is, in the American, there is the reduction of letter T, but this is not a connected speech part. This is a reduction. We reduce T and D in the American accent, so we say that is. And you could hear the sound re while you're reducing sound te. Yeah, so that's cool, but this is not the connected speech, right? But that's again, it's reduction.
Oh.
All right. I can see. Right.
I can see the right answer that has been said by some people.
Yeah, you have brilliant answers.
Of course, I'm not going to say what it is now.
Thank you. Some of the answers were correct. Perfect. Aren't. Okay, not
Long?
on its own, aren't. When we say connected speech, this means two words have been connected. So aren't, okay, is only one word. So we should have two words that were connected. Good job. Guys, you're amazing. I think I'm at most or many answers were correct. So let's show them what really the answer is.
And
Great job,
here
guys.
you go.
You're brilliant.
Yeah, we got some right answers, by the way.
Of course.
We got some other answers too that had maybe some different cases. So thanks for everyone that had their insights written down.
Okay.
So can you try to tell us how we can do the connected speech of you aren't, Fatima?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you have to think of is adding letter Y or letter W. In this case, they added sound w. You weren't. So it's very simple. Like it happens in some cases. And I believe if you continue listening to stories and repeating shadowing, you will do it without even thinking. You don't have to think a lot whether you should connect the words or not. It happens very spontaneously, which means بشكل تلقائي, بالممارسة, after practicing for a long time. I hope that you got your answer, Ahmad.
Thank you so much. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to something very important. As you know, learning English is one of the few things that you can use your time effectively with doing. We can also learn so many other skills, some people are interested in programming, some people are interested in sports and whatnot. Because, wait, remind me again which season we are in?
Definitely, it's summer.
Oh, well,
summer is here.
Summer is definitely here. Well, I'm sorry to say that I'm not a summer person. I used to. When summer was summer, I used to be a summer person. Now summer is basically like a volcano.
I believe you have scorching hot where you live now.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
it is
terrible
it is an absolute
conditions.
Yeah. الله يجيبنا من نار جهنم صراحة. So now, the idea is balance. Now, طبعا فكرة موازنة حياتك ما بين العمل والدراسة والفن اللي هو عادة طبعا بيجي آخر شيء عندكم. أنا عندي شغل لازم أخلص شغل، عندي امتحان لازم أخلص الامتحان، بعد هذا الكلام يلا معي شوية وقت ممكن خلاص have fun شوي. So how can we actually do this? How do you balance الكفتين يكونوا في نفس المستوى للفن and studying? So do you have any kind of insight for this, Fatima?
Okay, what we're gonna do now is to give some answers, but they have to decide whether it's right or wrong. So please send us. I'll be sending them right now as a poll, and you will listen to your answers. Okay. So if you think it's right to do this, it could be, you can share your opinion. Okay, so
yes, especially in this part. We need a lot of your ideas, guys.
All right, let's try this poll. So you will be choosing what you think is right for you and what is wrong. Okay.
And remember, one size doesn't fit all. What's right for you may be wrong for others. What's wrong for you may be right for others.
We're just trying to give them general tips. Of course, they can be very flexible when it comes to personalizing things. They don't have to stick to one study plan. They just have to be creative. But of course, do not forget that this will affect your progress. So try to keep this in mind. If you stop during the vacation, if you don't do something really important during, you know, your free time, then it will affect your overall progress. Keep this in mind. We're only trying to give you advice, so keep it in mind, please.
All right. By the way, Raja asked us a question that we are going to leave to our Q&A short segment. Okay? We'll keep the question in mind, Raja. It's hard, صعب انك توازن. والله الصراحة انا اشعر بهذا الجملة كثيرا. هو شيء صعب ولكن ما هو مستحيل. By the way, البالانس لوحده هو عبارة عن skill. Organizing your time, organizing everything is a skill itself.
Okay, so give us your insight by answering this poll I've sent right now, and let's see what you think. Study as you like.
Order of task. By the way, مود تتكلم على ترتيب التاسكات. Nice.
What struck, what really really surprises me is people are not really supporting exercising and diet, which is really astonishing. Like you guys.
الحين احنا في عصر المشكلة، التكنولوجيا مخلية عندنا قلة حركة صراحة.
Exactly.
فممكن أكون بلعب مثلا لعبة فيها تركيز عالي وأنا فيها بركض كثير وما أعرف إيش، أكون فاكر نفسي إن أنا بعمل exercise. Guys, it's not the case. You have to actually physically move.
It's actually related to language learning as well. If you move, the more you move, the more you're helping yourself to, let's say, you help your brain, you boost your thinking, you're more active physically and mentally. يعني بقصد فيها إنك بتكون شخص أكثر حاضر أو فعال من ناحية جسدية وفكرية أيضا.
That's true. حتى فيه هرمونات محددة الصراحة بيتم فرزها بالexercising.
Raja said we need to make studying more fun or more funny. It has to be more fun. It has to be more fun when you enjoy the journey of learning and choose the right way, you know, to choose the right application or to manage your time. Listen to what you like to listen to. You don't have to get bored when you're learning.
Sport activates the mind. والله مود عنده المود عالي صراحة. ممتاز مود. The answer is saying.
But still, we need to clarify this point, Aima, the point of fitness and sports. As we mentioned, it's very essential. And you're right about not revising. We actually don't have to revise old information. We have to learn something new. So this is a good, genius answer. So let's show people the recommendations we have, the advices we have, and
yes. From our personal perspective.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right.
So the first point was sleeping, and as we mentioned in the poll, you need to wake up early. This could be a really, a game changer. If you wake up late, you will lose time, you will lose energy. You can't imagine how much it's influential. It affects a lot your day, productivity, and a lot of things. Okay, Ahmad, if you would like to talk about the second point.
Which is fitness, diet, and exercise. أنا بالنسبة لي صراحة مر بنفس الفكرة بعدة مراحل. يعني sometimes I can be someone who does not practice any kind of fitness activity or has a balanced diet ولا exercise. بعدين برجع أصلح أموري وبرجع للدايت وبرجع للإكسرسايز والفتنس. الصراحة الفرق بين الاثنين مرة واضح. احنا بنعرف ان المعدة هي بيت الداء والدواء. So it all starts with your diet. When your diet is well balanced الصراحة هيكون كل شيء عندك في الجسم ممتاز. سواء المود، الشعور. طبعا في ناس ممكن تاكل شيء تتحسس، ممكن تاكل شيء تحس بانزعاج. All of these things can affect your mood and your thinking. ف right diet مع الحركة المنتظمة as exercise الصراحة لقيت productivity عندي والmood got enhanced way more than you think. So this is from my experience.
Wow, that's now, impressive.
Study. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I can't. والله أنا صراحة عانيت. الحين رجعت على الطريق الصح. ما نعرف إمتى ممكن نرجع لل fried chicken. All right.
Okay, so let's move on to the
third point.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, Fatima.
People got really confused about this. So study as you like doesn't mean it's according to your preferences. It's not as you like. It has to be organized. So you have to set a goal, a daily goal, timeline for your study. So you should say, I need to study 1 hour at least during my vacation. So you don't have to give yourself the opportunity to choose whether to study or not. You have to set the goal and try your best to accomplish it.
Awesome. Okay. Trying to revise what you learned at school or college. Try to learn something new. Well, now, let me tell you something. Now, when you, like, let's say, for example, in my school, I learned that, things are like this because they are like this. Now, we rarely had that teacher who explained things as they are, made us understand the meaning behind a specific thing, the process of things. So, to be honest, I tend to let myself learn something new aside from my school or college experience or whatever. Especially for people who are about to finish college, when you want to graduate, you must have the proper tools to go into labor market, to start working, to go into, you know, grinding and working and increasing your experience and whatever. So now a huge problem for you is to stick to your college and school books and leave what you could improve yourself in as a skill to be better in the field that you are studying. And this is something that you need to keep in mind, guys, especially in summer. You know, I remember taking courses for teaching, remember like trying to get some theoretical information and knowledge before starting the practical one. And that all happened while I was in college. So when I finished college, it was easier for me to get into the labor market. What do you think, Fatima?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And this paves the way to the next point, which is volunteering. You have to do things that are extraordinary, people do not usually do during summer, just because you need to mingle with people, meet people, try to maybe practice what you're learning with this community. And you can get benefit of iStoria's community. They are really so useful. You can also share in community groups on site. And this is one of the most important skills that you need so that you can improve your speaking as well, which is the topic today.
So, with all that being said, this brings us to a small segment that we guys dedicated for you in order to hear any concerns that you got, you know, some unclear points that you need clearing. فلو عندكم أي شيء حابين تسألون عنه, so please ask us in the comments, and we will try to choose some of these questions and answer them, guys, for you. We already had some questions before, by the way, so we're going to keep them in mind.
Yeah, we'll be conducting more sessions and taking these questions into consideration when we prepare the upcoming live classes. There will be more focus on pronunciation this month, so stay tuned and join us when we're gonna be live next time. We're so excited to have you again and again every time, until we cover all the points about pronunciation. But for this month, we're gonna talk more about connected speech, using text from iStoria, and trying to highlight how pronunciation can help you speak fast. Sorry, how you read, you pronounce, then you speak fast.
عمر لا ما تحتاج.
عمر
خلاص شفنا السؤال أول مرة.
Okay. I can't find Omar's question really. If you have it, you can answer him.
عمر كان بيسأل سؤال بيقول أنا بدأت من المستوى الأول مع أن مستواي متوسط، لكن بدأت من الأول خوفا أن كلمات ما أعرفها تفوتني. هذا صح ولا غلط؟ مع العلم أنه لما عمل اختبار لقى أنه هو مستوى الرابع. طيب خلونا أسألكم سؤال in general. لما إحنا نبغى مثلا نتطور لقدام، طيب هل برأيكم نحن ناخذ آخر نموذج البشرية وصلت لي ونطور عليه، ولا نرجع ندرس التاريخ كله من الأول بعدين نوصل للنموذج بعدين نطور عليه؟ What do you think, Fatma?
Let's hear their answers first. Okay, fantastic, Rabah. He wants to speak faster. He needs that for his presentation of PhD. It's the third year. Fantastic. Yeah, so basically, as long as you use the techniques we're discussing today, if you're pronouncing, if you're doing the right technique, then ultimately there is no doubt، ما في شك انك راح توصل انك تتكلم بسرعة. Just keep trying. So are you gonna answer, Ahmad, the question, Omar's questions?
Sure. أنا قلت النقطة أبد والله يا عمر. بس الفكرة إيش؟ الفكرة إن الأشخاص هم يفتكرون إن لو إحنا رجعنا لمستوى مرة خلونا نقول beginner، معناها أنا حيكون عندي كلمات أكثر أو شيء استفاد أكثر مثلا. هنا أنا ممكن أقول صح لحد ما، فأنا ما أبغى أرجع لكل النصوص أو كل مثلا القواعد القديمة اللي أنا already بستعملها لما بتكلم وأرجع أدرسها مرة ثانية. هذا اسمه الصراحة wasting your time. أهم شيء أنك تكون بليفل صح وتطور بناء على هذا الليفل، علشان أنت ما تنسى عمر. وهذا الكلام للجميع، ما تنسون أن كلمات الإنجليش ظاهرة معاكم في كل مكان، انستغرام، فيسبوك، بوستس، ارتكلز، تلفزيون، بلاي ستيشن، جيمز. فتاخذون الكلمة اللي أنت تحسون أن هي ناقصة عندكم وتحطونها مع المخزون حقهم، خلاص. and you carry on with your learning journey. هذه هي الطريقة اللي أو هذا هو المفهوم اللي لازم يكون عند أي متعلم in the English language. So that is my answer.
Okay, there was also a request from Raja to help them learn using a study plan. We are actually giving people who join us in our private sessions. So بالجلسات اللي عم تحجزوها معنا عم نكون عم نعطي study plan، خطة دراسية شاملة، وكمان رح نحاول قد ما فينا نغطي نقاط بالبثوث المباشرة. So I promise you, Raja will be focusing more on this study plan during our public sessions as well. Omar has another question regarding the levels. He's asking whether he should skip. What do you think, Ahmad?
For me، لا، طالما أنت ابتديت لا خلاص كمل في الجيرني حقتك. ولما توصل للليفل 5 هتلاقيني أنا ظهرت لك وقلت لك السلام عليكم. Because congratulations, you are now a success story.
Yeah. Is he one of
Okay.
your students?
Hmm?
Is Omar one of your students?
I don't think so. But inshallah he will.
Sure.
He will be one. Okay. Raja has a question. بتقول أنا أستمع أحيانا دون أن أفهم، هل تنصحوني بالاستمرار حتى لو كنت لا أفهم؟ طيب خليني أسألك سؤال ثاني رجاء. ما هي نسبة فهمك للنص أو فهمك للمسموع؟ هل هي كانت مثلا 40%، 30%، 20، 5%، أصلا 10؟ ف you need to know this idea. أنا مثلا عندي let's say 20%، 30%. كويس. ثاني النقطة لازم يكون عندنا عدد مرات السماع. أنا ممكن الصراحة أنا اتبعت هذا التكنيك مع أحد المبتدئين اللي كانوا معي في الكير سيشنز. خلينا أول قراءة تكون سايلنت، ثاني قراءة تكون سبيكينج يعني loudly excuse me. بعدين حاولنا أن نصلح الأغلاط ونقرأ للمرة الثالثة نفس القطعة، لقينا في اختلاف مرة ملحوظ. ف this is an idea that you need to keep in mind رجاء. كم مرة تسمعين نفس المقطع وما هي نسبة فهمك للمقطع؟ لو كان عدد المرات كثير والنسبة قليلة فهذا ينم عن مشكلة ولازم تغير الطريقة. لو كان عدد مرات كثير والنسبة تعلى مع عدد مرات ف this is good normal. لو كانت مثلا نسبة قليلة بأول listening then so far you are still learning ف it's okay. خلوا يا جماعة عندكم مفهوم انك ما لازم تفهم 100% اللي انت تشوفه او تسمعه.
Right.
This is a very important part to keep in mind.
I hope we have answered most of your questions. We promise you we'll be doing more live sessions during this month and next month. We'll be tackling as many topics as possible. We'll try to cover as many skills as we can. So we'll update you once we decide on our next session. Keep in mind that this vacation could be very important for your progress, and try to stick to this to your daily goals and follow the study plan that you have set to yourself. You want to say one last thing, Aima, before we leave?
أبغى أقول للناس أن التعلم عبارة عن رحلة، والرحلة المفروض نستمتع بكل تفاصيلها. ف enjoy your journey guys, try to do your best and that would be more than enough to be honest. وإن شاء الله الصراحة أنا والله أنا أبغى يعني نجاوب على كل الكونسيرنز اللي شايفهم الحين، بس إن شاء الله حيكون عندنا عدة اجتماعات واجتماعات يعني حتكون بمواعيد فيكس إن شاء الله. But don't worry, we are going to meet a lot in the future and answer all of your concerns. لو كان عندكم أي سؤال guys, keep it with you and you can ask us in the next live we are going to be airing.
Fantastic. Goodbye, everyone. See you later and take care.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.